Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz, and I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bull Scripted, and we are here to recap the Chicago Bulls' fourth straight loss, 115-106. Before we do that, be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at Bull Scripted, and follow me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. Dude, I don't care. Don't call it a comeback because it fucking wasn't. They toyed with us. It was bullshit. Whole game was bullshit from top to bottom. I'm really, really irritated. Crack them, and let's talk about this, man. Initial thoughts.
I don't know, man. I'm trying not to overreact too much, but at the same time, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, we just lost to the team that we traded 2 of our first-round picks to.
Yeah, that happened. Yep, we just watched that happen. Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's obviously not going to have anybody sleeping too well tonight because AK and Mark can't be too thrilled with the outcome of their decision so far. Like, they made an investment in Billy Donovan, Zach LaVine, Thad Young, I guess, not Lauri Markkanen because he's not playing. Not that he's playing well enough to really warrant more minutes anyway. But so you made an investment in this coach and your 2 best players, and you grabbed an all-star who was draining the shit out of everything all game. And then Zach finally showed up in the fourth. But what the fuck happened in that third quarter?
He didn't take a shot. Zach didn't take a shot. I mean, the Bulls go down in the first half by 13. They rally back. They're down 10 in the first quarter, okay? They rally back, outscore the Magic 31-22, and they're down 1 going into halftime. Get outscored 39-19 in the third quarter, and then outscore Orlando 34-22 in the fourth. But they come up short. They lose 115-106. There's absolutely no flow to the game. There's 3 guys on the team in double digits. It's Zach LaVine, who went completely off in the fourth. He had 30, 7, and 5 with 2 blocks, 1 steal, 4 turnovers. And you had Vooch go 29 and 11. Do you know who the second guy to go into double digits was off the top of your head? It's Daniel Tice, if you were wondering.
And he did it in the first half.
Yeah. Pat Williams needs to be more aggressive. He takes 4 shots in the whole fucking game. Thad only plays 14 minutes. Sato takes 7 shots, scores 9, has 6 assists. Lowry plays 17 minutes. You know, he had a good little sequence defensively against Wendell. It was the only highlight of the game. I give 2 shits about the 2 3-pointers that he fucking hit. Kobe White is ass. I mean, he's completely lost, and he's just turned into a player that I don't recognize from last year anymore. I really don't know. I really don't know what to say. James Ennis looked like a fucking all-star tonight. Michael Carter-Williams, big game. Gary Harris, big game. Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah, and that's the thing that hurts. Like, that's a team that has a lot of change too. Gary Harris is new. Wendell is new. So they don't necessarily have chemistry either. And they just waxed our ass.
Is it all right if I just say one thing that's completely if I hear chemistry from one more fucking Bulls fan, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm not kidding. I'm not usually like this on the pod. I'm not, everybody can have their own opinions. I try not to rip anybody's opinions. But if I hear what?
So we fight and buzz because I'm missing chemistry a few more times in this show.
I'm going to fucking roundhouse kick you in the face. I have had enough of the chemistry. The talent shows through, and I know there's talent here, but none of them have it between here. And if they're not going to I want all of them fucking gone. I want Kobe gone. I want Lowry gone. I want everybody gone. And if you're going to choose,
already gone. That you don't have to want him gone. That's already happened.
It's becoming a pain to watch this, man.
Well, I mean, I think part of the issue is you have guys that know that they don't have a future here. So
I mean, do you really that's
season,
the main problem?
I mean, probably you came into the season and this front office made no moves. We're going to evaluate. We're going to give you time. We're going to give you da-da-da-da-da. You get 30 fucking games in and fire sale, fire sale, fire sale. This guy's been offered in deals. This guy's been offered in deals. The fans now hate Kobe White, Lauri Markkanen, these guys. People want them to like pack their bags and just go. They don't even want to trade them. They just want them to go to China. You have Bulls fans tweeting about Kobe White going to fucking China. The kid that finished the season 25, 5-5 last year when Zach LaVine was injured and 19 years old. He did that in the NBA, and now we're telling this kid to go to China.
I think that's a little crazy, but
because he's lost himself, man. He doesn't know what he is. He doesn't know what he is to this team. He goes on the internet. He can fucking read.
The kid can't even read.
No, the kid can read.
I'm just kidding. That's from. I just, I really don't know what to say, man. At this point,
we don't have a steady rotation. Garrett Temple becomes available, and we throw this fuck in there for how many minutes did he play? He played 10 minutes, and I feel like he played 30 of the most torturous minutes of basketball I've ever watched. He wasn't good when he wasn't injured. Now we're rushing him back to rush him into a rotation.
I think that they're looking for wing defense.
He's not. He's 6'5", 195 pounds. He is not a good defender. He's a serviceable defender of shooting guards, of guys his size. He's old as shit. He's a veteran. He's a journeyman. He's never been a good basketball player. That's why the Bulls were able to get him for cheap as fuck. When Bartholomew existed for like 5 games in this season, he was fantastic.
Is that like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing? You have your Garrett and Bartholomew? Two different guys? Okay.
Yes, except Bartholomew doesn't even show up for a full month. He just shows up for like 5 games in a season. And then it's like, oh yeah, somebody should definitely pay this guy again next year. He can do stuff in the NBA. And then he gets another contract, and then he does some stuff for 5 games, and then he sucks, and then he sees the bench or he's injured. So no, Garrett Temple is not our solution. I don't know what is though, because
I honestly have no words on where to go from here. We said on the last post game that this is a must-win game. Not just because, of course we want to beat Wendell, want to beat the guy that we traded away. I understand all that. Like, there's a sense of pride there. I think you can agree with that. A sense of pride there where you want to win. You want to win all the time, but especially this game. Coming off 3-game losing streak, you want to win this game. The fact that they were not competitive, I don't care about the fucking little comeback they had in garbage time that Orlando just put their foot back on the gas and fucking extended it.
Well,
this game was out of reach.
What happened at halftime after you busted your ass in that second quarter to get your ass back in this game and be within a point?
I'm led to believe that Orlando just took their fucking foot off the gas, dude, and just coasted into half. Maybe they didn't feel threatened. I don't know what to say.
No, because how do you fight to come back? And then you get a chance at pretty much a fresh game for a second half that you don't even deserve, because this team doesn't deserve to be on the floor with you. You just traded the guy that had the best game for that team to that team. You traded him there. You fucking traded him there. And he came back into his old court, and you can't blame Vooch because he played the best on the team. Zach only played for 1 quarter this game. And I don't know. I'm dumbfounded. You can't trust Kobe anymore. Sato sometimes decides to play basketball, sometimes doesn't on the offensive end. We got a little bit more out of him tonight, but a little more is never enough when it comes to Sato, because you see the shit that he does, and it's like, you're capable of that, and you do that.
There's just no
we
flow.
Saw Aminu for 4 minutes. What was that fucking shot that he put up?
What, are you talking about that little fucking floater that ricocheted off the other side of the backboard?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
They paint a box on the fucking backboard, man. He hit the opposite.
Oh, man, maybe he had I don't know, maybe his contact lenses blow that shit up real big and he thought he had a bigger target or something. I don't know. The killer thing to me is the Bulls had like 8 3-pointers in like the first, what was it, the first quarter? First half? I think it was the first quarter, first half, whatever. And they were still down. The free throw discrepancy was major tonight, though. The Bulls only took 9. Orlando took 20. They hit 15 of them. The Bulls hit 7 of theirs. That was huge. The Bulls were out rebounded by 6. Bulls had 10 assists on 12 made baskets to start the game. They finished with 23. Orlando has 29. 12 turnovers for the Bulls. 7 for Orlando. Points in the paint, 52 for Orlando. 40 for the Bulls. I mean, brother, I honestly, I don't know what to say.
The question we got on the screen is, well, with our issues at point guard, why have we not given Dotson a chance?
Well, Dotson got hurt.
Dotson's hurt?
Dotson got hurt in the G League. So I don't know if he is still suffering from that injury. It was like a little knee injury. I don't know, because he wasn't even dressed.
They don't show the two-way players active or inactive coaches DNP in the box score. So
he wasn't even dressed, Goose. Dotson was not dressed.
Okay.
So
I mean, I've been seeing that around Twitter a lot. I don't expect a team making a playoff push to start or add a G League point guard to their rotation if he hasn't seen any run all year. I don't think that's a winning move. This isn't a movie. I don't think we get that kind of hero story. We're not that lucky in Chicago. It would be nice to have a Chicago kid save us again, but I don't think that's in the cards right now. Dotson's more of a long-term kind of undrafted draft and stash kind of thing. If you got my opinion on it, but I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Well, at this point, you need to try a change-up because rotations that Billy's running out there aren't working. Not playing some players here and there is not working. I don't know what to say. I mean, and this is like one of the first times that we have done this podcast for a long time. This is our second season. We're well over 100 and something episodes. And usually we can critique the game a bit. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to break it down. They look discombobulated. They don't know where each other are on the court. They don't know. They make lazy passes. And people like want Billy Donovan's head. And I'm going to tell you something right now. He cannot go out there when Zach gets trapped in a double and make them go to the ball. That needs to be a conscious decision. And they don't do it.
And we only had 12 turnovers tonight, which is kind of low for us.
3 a quarter.
But Zach and Kobe had 7 of them, and Kobe had 3 of them and only played 12 minutes. I don't know, man. I don't know if a point guard fixes this, and that's like what I keep
and that throws our whole Lonzo thing out the window, because as good as Lonzo is, good as defender he is, playmaking guy, what you just said rings bells, dude. I was talking to the old man about this earlier today. Even if he comes here with how this, there's going to be a need to be a major overhaul.
Are we firing a third coach? Is that what people are calling for already?
Bruh, I don't know what else to do. You know, people wanted Sato to start. People wanted Thad to start. That's what happened. It's not working. Nothing's working. These players aren't meshing together. Maybe that's it. They're all, besides Vooch and most of the time Zach, I feel like everybody's fucking lazy. And not like in a bad way where I'm saying that, God, it sounds ignorant when I say it that way, but like maybe not aggressive enough. I don't know what the right term is.
I don't think they're involved enough. I think their job is to stand around and do nothing on offense for the most part and let Zach and Vooch try to cook.
Yeah, what I mean, like ISO plays getting the ball in the paint for Vooch, or Zach ISOing the ball or coming off a screen and everybody just stands there.
We don't have a traditional pick and roll point guard. We don't have a traditional facilitator. We don't have a traditional drive and kick point guard. Sato doesn't drive enough to kick out. That's not part of our offense. So what we're relying on is one of Zach or Vooch to get going and them to draw enough attention to create other things for other players. And unfortunately, we spend so much time trying to get them going that by the time they get going and they're rolling, everybody else is frozen. And then you're throwing them the ball and they're like, am I supposed to shoot this? Am I supposed to give it back to you? Oh, I'm wide open. I'm supposed to shoot. and then they're out of rhythm, they have nothing going because they haven't been involved in the fucking game other than sprinting up and down the court. They're doing laps.
Well, their conditioning's great then.
It should be.
Yeah, I mean, my God.
We make the play and we'll be able to play, 8 guys for fucking 30 minutes apiece.
Shit, if we sign up for a triathlon, we might fucking win that.
Hopefully.
Dude, I'm...
No, we just lost to the Orlando fucking Magic, who are 18-37 on the year. We are closing in on them. We are
in this stretch, we lost to Minnesota too. I know they have a sneaky team, but they're one of the worst records in the league.
We might as well just sit everybody in tank at this point. Just fucking throw it out the window. Zach, ankle injury, injured. He is. Fucking sit him. Vucevic, 30 years old, needs rest. I don't know.
Like, I wanted to come on here and talk about, like, Sato's thunder dunk, the awesome pass that Denzel had to Tice where he fucking slammed it down. But, like, those highlight moments from the game mean nothing to me with how that loss went.
We are now 2 games out of the top 5 of the lottery. But how many games? But 5 out of the 8th seed. We are now closer to the top 5 of the lottery than we are to the 8th seed.
Well, you know what? Keep going that way. Keep fucking going that way. Honest to God, because I don't want to even see a fucking play-in or a playoff appearance.
No, they don't deserve it. It's an embarrassment.
Oh God, our buddy Chai Sports fan. Look what he wrote. Could you imagine the outrage if the Bulls get the 5th pick?
See, but we can't. The only way we can get the 5th pick is if we finish 5th. If we start the lottery 5th, that is the only way we can end 5th. You're only drawing for the top 4 spots.
Right.
So if the Bulls start 8th, they can either go to the top 4 or they can go backwards 4 spots if 4 teams, 9 through 14, jump them. But 5 is they would have to finish 5th. But I mean, like I said, they're 2 games from that. And that would be some pretty outrageous shit. To finish the season and enter the lottery starting 5th. That would be fucked.
He's always got some one-liners that make me laugh. I love when he comes in the stream and he throws this little shit out there, and at least it can take me off of my fucking complete rage I have right now.
We won both trades. Like, how do you win both trades at the trade deadline and get worse? How the fuck does that happen? Because we didn't get worse players. You're not going to convince me of that. Chandler Hutchison has deleted his Twitter and it vanished into Washington.
No, you're right. We did not. We got better players out of the deal than that were here.
Jr. is at least the equivalent of Gafford in more of a positional need that we needed. He's showing and doing things that we needed, that we lacked. Dice is doing things that we lacked and needed. Vooch is a fucking all-star, putting up 20. He's a walking double-double. He's 20 and 10. And we're fucking blowing games. How?
Again, I don't know how to critique this. And I watch Kendall and I watch Wendell. I'm sorry. I watch Kendall Gill and I watch Will Purdue, and I listen to their post games after we do ours, just for different perspective. Or, I'll check out our friends like Matt Peck and Jordan Malley. I'll listen to them, just for different perspective on things, and I feel that the names I just mentioned they're all at loss for words and just talk about things that happened in the game as well, because I don't fucking know. I don't know what's happening. They don't play defense at all. I mean, that's a killer right there. No good defense is played whatsoever, unless Tyson
bring Jim Boylan back in the gym for a practice to scare the shit out of him. Is that what has to happen? Yeah. Just blitz. Do we need to get him in there?
I wish I had the answers.
I'm on. How did I end up on fucking? We traded for it all. I'm on Tankathon.
I'm on Tankathon. We need to make that a T-shirt. I'm on Tankathon. I traded for an All-Star, and I'm on fucking Tankathon. I mean, I really don't know anymore. And with the way they played, the lackadaisical effort, Stacy got mad during this game at one point, and it's you put on this jersey and you represent the city. You need to play harder. And I those words rang to me, man. I felt what he was saying, the pride that he has within the organization itself, because he's been a part of it for so long, whether when he was a player and then when he came over as a color commentator, the pride that he has and just the lack of heart this team is displaying, the arguing calls on the end, not hustling back on defense, hanging your head when you don't hit a shot. I mean, getting just worked. It's absolutely unbelievable. And if this continues going on, like I said, at this point, there's no convincing me. I don't want anywhere near the fucking playoffs. Everything for after the Vooch trade, like the first 5 to 6 episodes after, should be negated.
Huh? The Raptors won tonight, and we still have a game on the Raptors.
No, yeah, it's just the basketball gods hate Chicago. I don't know what else to say.
No, I mean, it's a good thing. We want the game. We need the fucking experience, but man.
Yeah, it's
You're cheering about such.
Yeah, I have to. But it's just it's really upsetting, man. It's just really upsetting where we're at and how this has gone. And I at this point in time, like I said a million times on this show, because I'm just so fucking angry about it.
We have the Grizzlies up next again, correct?
Yes, I'd rather go backwards and just start losing. I don't care if people think that makes me a bad fan. I don't really give a shit.
No, man, I cannot handle doing that again. That was the whole purpose.
We're doing it now. We are doing it now. We might as well try to get there.
But we're doing it unintentionally right now. And you have to hope that when does this hurt these guys as much as it's hurting us? Like, you're Vooch. You're a 30-year-old veteran all-star. You just got traded for to come in here to fucking win. And this team lost 4 in a row, 3-7. Zach, I mean, he's playing hurt. So it's hard to want to kill the guy for regressing in play after making this deal and ultimately committing to him and investing in him and saying, you're our guy. We're going to go get you a guy. And then you start playing like shit. And we just traded 2 first-round picks. And then you can fucking walk in a year too. Like, we get 1 more year, and if you don't play up to par and this team doesn't work around you again, you can leave and go be the third wheel that everybody says that you are. Like, that's fucked. This is a shit situation right now, man. And they need to steal a game against the Grizzlies, who are a real team. That wouldn't be a sympathy win. It wouldn't be a gift. It would have to be something earned and fought for. And hopefully they come out and they want it, because I'm tired. I joked about not being available to do this show tonight. If they lose in an embarrassing fashion to the Grizzlies, you can have Burke. You can have you might be doing the show yourself, because Burke ain't gonna want to come on either. It's and we got contractual obligations. I wish the guys that were actually getting paid big money with contracts took their obligations fucking serious.
I wish the same thing, my man. I wish the same thing. I just basically don't know what to say anymore. This is it for me right now. I gotta stop talking about it, because I'm pissed. Hopefully we can come out against Memphis and you're on the show and we're okay, because at this point I don't blame you. I'm gonna keep doing it because I love at least.
I'm gonna be here.
I know you're gonna be here. I'm adding to the dramatic effect of it, motherfucker. Okay. I just, they need to do something against the Grizzlies, and we said that coming into this game.
Said it against the Grizzlies 2 games ago.
Yeah. I just we got to make something happen. But that's all I got. You got anything else, my man?
No. Go enjoy your Sox victory. Go get picked up. I'm going to stay depressed because I don't care about baseball anymore.
I got you on that. Understood. Everybody be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at ontapsportsnet, at Bulls on Tap. Following Goose at Bull Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. Everybody send your positive vibes. Let's try to get a fucking win against the Grizzlies on Friday night. If you want to hear more of my voice, check out Sox on Tap after the White Sox game. Let's go, Bulls.